Hello everybody, this is Sparky from Sparky Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Sparky's Guide, the survival tutorial for Everworld. Basically, in this series, I go over anything and everything in the Minecraft, but my way. If you're interested in that, maybe consider subscribing, leaving a like, and sharing with your friends. Now, in the last episode, we built the creeper farm. Let me just show you really quick. So this is like our farming area. My house is right there. Strip mine is over there. The creeper farm is actually right in the distance here. Come on, right there. This is my creeper farm, and I actually haven't touched it since the last episode. So what I decided, I was thinking between going mining, which I already did off camera, can't do that anymore. I was gonna go exploring or build a storage room. Those were my three options, and I did one of them already. Well, there's that. So I decided, instead of exploring, that we're gonna build a storage room. Now the main reason for that is that I am starting to, some of my chests are starting to get really full. And I don't know if you've seen, but upstairs I have some extra barrels. But there's some extra barrels over here, and there's just crap in these. So I want to be a little bit more organized, and I am organized to a point. But like some of my nether stuff, like I still have stuff in bundles. And okay, this is the only one that's like that. But like I have all this other extra stuff, like that could be sorted. So this is part of it. And then also like this is filled up. This is from when I did my terraforming earlier, that you saw earlier. Yeah, some of these are getting really full. And I mean, some of these aren't. But well, this one is just my miscellaneous stuff. But like this one isn't that full. This one is like almost empty. But there's some chests that are getting really full. So I have a problem with storage. That's why I was like, okay, we do really need to have an actual like storage building. Now, I tried to remedy this back in, it was episode 25 or 26. I did an episode about bundles. And essentially that was just to kind of help my storage problem. And basically that kind of just like was a short-term remedy. So I've decided that I actually need to go build a storage room and a storage building. So that's what this big piece of land is for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna be building my storage room finally, the storage building finally. It's only taken 33 episodes, which, in hindsight, which is not great. I should have probably done this in the beginning. But this is what happens. This is what happens when just the amount of things that you have, it just outgrows your original storage system. I mean, I designed. Okay, well, there were some additions to the storage. But like, the original storage is like that part, this chest. Those were additions. These barrels on both sides were additions. Now, I will say this is technically the second storage room I have in my house. And this was the original. This was the original storage room. And obviously, 13 chests is not enough. And now I have 8 or 9 double chests out here, and they're starting to fill up, plus these barrels. So yes, my stuff is just outgrowing both my storage rooms in my house. And like the 13 chests, that was like part of the design I had in episode 10. Okay, I'm gonna get to the storage room, and I will be back with you. It'll be shortly for you, but I hope this doesn't take long. So I'll see you in the next clip. So, as you can see, here is the storage room. And actually, that last clip was from last Monday. So I wanted to get this video out last week, and then I was just like super busy with work, and I just was falling behind with some stuff at home that I needed to get done. So that's why I had to just delay it another week. So I do apologize for that. There's just been a lot of stuff going on. I want to start off by saying that this path has changed just a bit. I did do like a few tries just to like make this look nice, and this is what I could come up with. I still need to put I need to move like the lights and stuff. That's just the little details. Before we go inside, I have some rockets, so I just want to go around, and so there might be, the windows might be a little odd, especially on the sides here, just because of how I did the roof. And I wanted to have a little bit of depth. That's why it might look a little bit plain, but I did use a lot of spruce. Yeah, compared to like my other builds, I have some spruce over here. I have spruce over there, a little bit of spruce over there. I kind of took some inspiration from like my farming area. It is 3 stories. I managed to get this to be 3 stories tall. It is pretty much finished. I have a little bit of a needed blocks. I'll probably throw in a pressure plate in here. But I got a crafting table, anvil, grindstone. I got a smithing table. So I got the furnaces, smoker, blast furnace. I even have a loom. We haven't talked about those yet, but that has to do with banners. So we'll talk about that. I have no idea when, but we'll talk about that soon. So I just placed as many chests as I possibly could. These are all solid blocks, so that's why there's a gap. I might put some barrels up there just so I have a little bit extra room, because I can show you when we go up to the 2nd and 3rd floor, I did use some slabs and stairs, so I was able to put a little bit more chests on those floors. So maybe that's something that I'll do. I'll throw in a couple more barrels for storage possibly. But yeah, so this is just the 1st floor, pretty standard. You have this little beam in the center, lots of like spruce like cutting through the building, and then we have some cobbled deep slate on the edges. And then we have some polished deep slate in the middle here. And then I obviously have some lanterns for lighting. I haven't really used that in any other build. I don't believe so. Like I've used it like out on my paths or whatever, but I haven't really used it inside a building. But yeah, I just decided, I'm like, hey, maybe I'll just use some lanterns, because I have lanterns in my like building theme, so it wasn't out of the norm to actually have like lanterns. Yeah, and then we got a staircase here, and these are actually walls. I didn't want to put fences, just because I feel like the walls, this just looks better, in my opinion. Yeah, and we got some stairs here, and then we do have some more chests. And like I said about the windows earlier, I mean, I can see the roof from right here. I might want to move this slightly, but I've worked a lot on this build, and I died like 3 times. There were creepers that killed me, and actually it was because I had not lit this floor up, and that's where they were coming from when I was doing the roof. So yeah, but I guess floor number 2, same thing. I mean, I do have some more singles and doubles, and I do have some chests in these corners, but like these first 2 floors are kind of just like the main storage. And then what I showed you earlier, the 3rd floor, this is just my overflow, and I can reach this top chest. So yeah, I can reach all these chests. And it is a little cramped in here. I was actually originally thinking of putting barrels in here, And I might still do that, but for the time being, I can reach all these chests, have some hidden lanterns in certain spots. In some spots, you can just see lanterns. There's another hidden one. I have some up here. I was thinking maybe of putting chests up here, but it's kind of hard to reach it. So yeah, that's basically the storage room. I still have to organize, or I should not say, or I shouldn't say organize. I just have to figure out what I'm putting on what level. No, I kind of figured like the stuff that I'm gonna need the most. I guess like wood, dirt, gravel, sand, maybe some iron. Stuff like that is gonna probably be on this first floor here. And then maybe some stuff that I don't need as often, but still need, is definitely gonna be up here. And I'm probably just gonna do either, it'd probably look better if I did item frames, but I don't have a lot of leather, so it's probably gonna be a combination of the two. Alright, we're gonna actually end it in a storage building today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and like it if you like the video, comments if you want to let me know something, and if you want to share it to your friends so they don't miss another episode of Sparky's Guide, then that would be awesome. This is Sparky from Sparky Wood Gaming, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya!